Hello, I'm Jeremy Gray, and this is another installment of Inside IU Women's Hoops Summer Edition. The players have been hitting the weights. They're getting ready to go to class. The coaches all summer have been out on the recruiting trail. So you got to wonder, what could we possibly talk about? No, we're not going to go to the fair. I'm not going to rap. We're not going to have technical difficulties. And we sure as heck are not going to talk to Coach Jack about auto racing. What should we do? Wait a minute. Let's play the feud. All right, game showaholics, you know the rules to the Family Feud. No need to run down them right here. Let's take a look at which coaches did well, which coaches struggled. Let's look at some of the highlights and some of the lowlights from the feud. And our first contestant is Charlene Thomas-Swinson. Name a public place where you're likely to catch a cold or a flu.
Antarctica.
It is public, I suppose. Don't even need a passport. Question number 3, name a public place where you're likely to catch a cold or a flu bug. You said Antarctica. You said. Our next contestant, Felicia Legette-Jack. All right, our first question, Felicia. Name a bad job for someone who's accident prone.
Oh my gosh. Skating. Coach.
Name a place you visit where you aren't allowed to touch anything.
Museum.
Name a bad job for someone who's accident prone. You said ice skating coach. You like that answer?
I think I'm going to live with it.
Well, you're going to live with a 0. It doesn't make the list. Name a place where you're not allowed to touch anything. You said museum.
Yes.
Survey says 68. Biggest score of the game so far.
Intelligence.
Our next contestant, hailing from the great state of Pennsylvania by way of the state of Indiana, Jose Mori. Question number 1, Jose, name a bad job for someone who's accident prone.
Oh, jeez. Garbage truck driver.
Name a place you visit where you're not allowed to touch anything.
The museum.
Name a bad job for someone who's accident prone. You said garbage truck driver. Do you feel good about that answer?
Excellent.
Well, you shouldn't. It's a 0. Name a place you visit that you're not allowed to touch anything. You said museum. Survey says 68 out of 100. Big answer there. Big answer. Our next contestant, new to the family, from Ohio, now living in Indiana, Jimmy Colleton. Name a public place where you're likely to catch a cold or a flu.
The zoo.
Name something people... I was feeling great until I hugged the tiger and he just gave me this horrible bug. Name something people are often chased by in the movies.
Zombies.
I like that answer. Name a public place where you're likely to catch a cold or a flu. You said the zoo. 0. Name something people are often chased by in the movies. You said zombies. I say that kind of is like monsters, and monsters is our top answer at 37. Our next contestant, you know her as the woman up front for the Indiana women's basketball program. She also has the best last name in the Department of Intercollegiate Athletics at Indiana University. Put your hands together for Julie Forbes. Name a public place where you're likely to catch a cold or a flu.
Basketball game.
Kind of true. All right, Julie, name a public place where you're likely to catch a cold or a flu. You said basketball game. I'm looking at it. Basketball games typically take place at schools. 41. Wow! I'm rooting for Julie. Our next contestant from the Deep South and now in the heart of basketball country, Stephanie Seiler. Name a place you visit where you're not allowed to touch anything.
Pottery shop.
Name a place you visit where you aren't allowed to touch anything. You said, I forget.
Pottery shop.
Pottery shop, I say that's same as China shop. We got 5. Next up, the rebounding machine herself. Put your hands together for our next contestant, Whitney Thomas. All right, Whitney, let's go to the questions here. Question number 1. Name a bad job for someone who's accident prone.
Oh, who's accident prone? Construction.
She's going to do well. Name a place you visit where you're not allowed to touch anything.
The Vatican. It just came to me.
Name a public place where you're likely to catch a cold or a flu.
School.
Look out, folks. All right, Whitney, let's look at the results here. First question for you was name a bad job for someone who's accident prone. You said construction worker. The survey says 20. Very good answer. Driver was number 1. Name a place you visit where you aren't allowed to touch anything. You said the Vatican. I think that's a museum, and I don't want Jose Moy to get anywhere close to the championship. Survey says 68. Gallery, too. Museum gallery. There's all sorts of paintings in that place. Name a public place where you're likely to catch a cold or a flu. You said school. That is the greatest of all answers. 41! But Whitney, congratulations. You lapped the field without question, without reservation. You are the winner of the Family Feud. And once again, the winner is Whitney Thomas. Congratulations, Whitney. 2-2, and we'll be right back at you. But as the credits roll, check out these bloopers. Name something people are often chased by in the movies.
The guy with the flashlight that checks tickets.
Not at the theater. Like the characters of the movie. What are they chased by? Somebody snuck into a lot of movies when he was in high school, and he looks like this guy.
Okay, ask that question again. I didn't know where you come from. That's the guy I've been chased by in the theater in my life, man. Just one.
He was 12, wanted to go to rated R movies, and he bought Bambi and then walked into Terminator. All right.
What was that?